Welcome back. We are covering number 2 of 25 inspirational stories to encourage you in your business journey. And it's not just your business journey, but your project journey. Whatever your passion is or whatever you're pursuing, to find success, it's going to take a lot of hard work. You'll probably find some failure, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But if you're currently experiencing it or have, previously experienced it, and you're maybe taking a break or just need some time to regroup, that's okay. I want to encourage you not to give up, though. Even if you're in the middle of it right now, a lot of businesses have failed in this health crisis we're dealing with worldwide. A lot of business owners, a lot of people are finding that they can't really pursue their passions and their pursuits right now until this is dealt with. But I want to encourage you not to give up. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. The final chapter has not been written for you, and these stories are meant to hopefully encourage you and show people who have struggled in their careers, with their projects, whatever that looks like with their businesses. And hopefully you'll find some inspiration and encouragement from listening to this. And if you haven't listened to the first video in this series, the playlist is in the description of this video. I want to encourage you to do that. It kind of talks about, again, the valley of disappointment that a lot of us go through as we're starting up new ventures or businesses or careers or projects. Again, there's this idea we have in our head in terms of what success will look like and when it should happen, and typically never happens in that manner that we think and envision in our mind. So I think it's a good listen to start you out, and then it also links to all the other videos that we've done in the series. So again, do me a favor, click the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, and click the alert button if you haven't done that already. If you're back multiple times here, maybe you'll just go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. And if you have any comments you want to make, feel free to make those as well. All right, number 2 in the series, Christopher Paul Gardner, or AKA Chris Gardner. Now, a lot of you may not know who Chris Gardner is or what he's about, but we're going to get into that, and I think that you'll know who I'm talking about after we go through this story here. So Chris Gardner was born on February 9th, 1954 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to Thomas Turner and Betty Jean Gardner. Gardner was the only boy that his mother had, and she had 2 daughters, and both of those were with her new husband, Freddie Triplett. And Triplett was an alcoholic and abusive to the family. The kids basically spent a lot of time in foster care during their childhood for various reasons. One, his father, I guess, or stepfather reported his mother falsely for welfare fraud, and the kids in Gardner were taken to foster care then. And then, unbeknownst to Gardner, his mother was arrested for attempting to kill his stepdad because of his abuse, and the kids were then put in foster care then as well. So we'll get into that, but in terms of just what that looks like, a lot of people who have trauma, growing up from an unstable family life, it motivates them, right? And so after he finished high school, though, he enlisted in the Navy, and he was assigned as a hospital corpsman. He met and became friends with a guy named Dr. Robert Ellis, who was a cardiac surgeon from San Francisco, and I guess of pretty renowned acclaim as well. And he offered Gardner a position as a clinical researcher at the University of California after the Navy. And then, Gardner basically, spent time in that medical industry doing various jobs, but just didn't get paid a lot, right? Now, the failure, Gardner struggled with some of his relationship. He fathered 2 kids, from 2 different women. And he also, just based on his income that he had, which wasn't very high, he ended up battling homelessness. And also, while he was the actual legal guardian of one of his kids, right? He went from shelters and just anywhere he could find, churches, anywhere where he could find a place to stay and live. But one of his jobs that he had, while trying to provide for himself and kind of raise himself out of the homelessness and poverty there, while he's raising his son, is that he met a stockbroker who was driving a red Ferrari. And, I guess he asked the stockbroker about what he did, and the stockbroker took an interest in Gardner and actually helped him get a job as a stockbroker. And again, this is all while, Gardner's homeless, right? And dealing with that and not having a stable environment himself, again, even in his adulthood and with his current son. Anyway, for you to become a stockbroker, you have to pass your Series 7, right? And I've had my Series 6, 63, 26, and 51, and was studying for my 7 before I left the, financial services industry. But it's not an easy test to take. None of them are. The seven's not an easy test to take as well, right? You have to put a lot of studying in. And so when you're in the process of being homeless, that's something else to consider. You're trying to study, you're trying to work, and trying to, better yourself in your home situation there for himself and his son. But anyway, he did all of that while being homeless, and even while he had his first job with E.F. Hutton, he was still homeless for a while there. So that being said, though, I guess that determination and meeting that stockbroker and seeing what kind of car that guy drove really motivated him to take that next step. And again, studying for your Series 7 while homeless and moving from place to place is not an easy feat, right? So Gardner ultimately found success, and he was able to start his own brokerage firm, which is also not an easy undertaking, not only for you to get your licensing, but then to raise the money and capital needed to start your own brokerage firm is a huge feat. He ended up acquiring Michael Jordan's Ferrari, and he actually changed the license plates to say not MJ, apparently. And so he did attain his red Ferrari, and then he also had a film made about him that starred Will Smith, and Will Smith was ultimately nominated for an Academy Award for his performance in that. So Gardner also has an estimated net worth of about $75 million. So not bad, not a bad place to, end up. And he's doing well, apparently. And, but again, that's going to do it. Just again, want to encourage you. The final chapter has not been written yet. Again, you see the story here with Gardner, and want to encourage you to keep fighting. But before we go, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, click the thumbs up, and then click the alert button, and we will talk to you at the next video.